You have made me laugh harder than anybody has made me laugh, and that's my favorite stuff. You know, my favorite, and I've told you this before, my favorite movie of all time, I don't think I go 2 weeks without mentioning it, is Windy City Heat.
Yeah, that was my favorite. I think that was my favorite project ever. Also,
ever?
It was. That was a lot of fun to do.
For the few people listening that maybe don't know what it is, first of all, I think that was a guy that was on your radio show. He was like,
there's two of my friends, a guy named Don Barris and Tony Barbieri. Don Barris is my warm-up guy. Tony's been a writer on our show and on the Man Show for 20 plus years. I met these guys through our mutual friend, Daniel Kellison.
Okay.
He was friendly with Tony Barbieri. They came to a dinner at my house one night. This is years ago. I was a disc jockey. I was morning show
Kevin
radio.
and Bean?
Yeah, with Kevin and Bean at K-Rock. And they came to my house, and they brought some cassette tapes. They'd been taping these calls with this comic named Perry Caravello.
He's a comic?
Well, yeah. And that's where they met, at the Comedy Store. They've been taping these phone calls and playing all these crazy characters and pulling these ridiculous pranks on this guy. And I do remember my ex-wife at the time, we were listening to the tapes. I remember her looking at me and she goes, "Oh no." She knew that this is the beginning of something for me. And so then I got involved in it, and it's just crazy. It's like, there are like 100 people pranking one guy. I mean, that's really what this is about. And this guy Perry, we made a movie, and we convinced him he was going to be a big action star of a movie. He played this character Stone Fury, and the whole thing was just a goof on him.
Oh, you have no idea. You just have to Google Windy City Heat. What's your favorite scene from Windy City Heat?
Well, I'll tell you, it's interesting how that movie, how it got made in the first place. I begged Comedy Central because they didn't understand what we were talking about. And I said, just give me $25,000 and I'll shoot the first scene. And so the first scene is Perry auditioning for this role. And just one thing happens after another. We're just annoying him throughout. And he screams and yells, and he's a lunatic. And we edited it, and we played it for the head of Comedy Central. And I've still to this day, never seen anyone laugh harder than this guy, Bill Hillary, did. He was rolling on the ground laughing. He was dying laughing.
Everything I see from that movie, I die. Nothing makes me laugh over and over and over again more than that movie, and it's every scene of that movie. Okay.
My favorite scene is the red bat, blue bat scene.
You know what? Pull it up. Red bat, blue bat, Windy City Heat.
Perry is sitting in a chair, and he's restrained. He's been tied up by the two villains, Big Lou and these two characters played by Tony and Don.
Well, he thinks he's in for those that don't know, he thinks he's in a movie. So the Perry character, it's hard if you're just listening to this, but the Perry character, he's an actor. He believes he got this movie, and this is the red bat, blue bat scene.
Yeah.
Okay.
In which Perry is, okay, so then Bobcat Goldthwait is the director. He comes in, he goes, "All right, Mole." And Mole, his character, is high all the time. He doesn't listen. He's a goofball. He says, "Mole, there's a red bat and a blue bat. The red bat is a real bat. Do not hit him with the real bat." No, the blue bat was the real bat. Sorry. The red bat is the fake bat. This is the bat that won't hurt him. He's going to hit him in the head with the bat. The blue bat, do not use the blue bat. It's this great moment of clarity where, of course, Mole picks up the wrong bat and is about to bash Perry in the head with it. Where Perry goes, "Why is the blue bat even there?" And it's actually a really good question.
So when you sit there and you're writing, when we find it, we'll put it up.
It's right
there it is.
No more stunt doubles when it comes to the rest of this movie, because I'm looking at me as another Jackie Chan. I'm going to do all stunts.
I want to explain this again. Red bat is the wooden bat. Don't hit Perry. Don't hit the money. So, blue bat, rubber. Rubber bat, Mole. 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 Mole.
Right.
Mole.
Dude, I got it. Let's do this thing.
Let's do
it.
You got it? Red bat.
I got it.
Red bat, real, blue bat.
Yeah, red bat, blue bat.
All right.
Come on.
Not the red bat. Quiet.
Let's rock this thing.
Get rid of that red bat. All right.
Get rid
of the red bat. He knows.
Let's go.
All right. Here we go. Guys, and act.
man. Great. Didn't even give me a doobie. Wrong man. Battle rap, baby.
Mole!
Jesus fucking Christ! It's a fucking wooden bench, you asshole!
How much preparation goes into like that scene?
We sat down and hashed out, the three of us, Tony, Don, and me. And I remember just sitting there typing it all up. And we just imagined what Perry would do. And with one exception, he did every single thing we thought he was going to do. There was only one exception in the movie. Like, he reacted, we knew him so well at that point that it was almost as if it was scripted, even though it wasn't, because we knew how he was going to react. The one thing that was a little bit different, there was a scene, he had this beautiful co-star, and he was going to make love to her, and they were going to be naked together. It was like a nude scene.
Stunt double.
In which case, in the previous scene, he had demanded a stunt double because we threw him into a dumpster full of like cow shit over and over again. And they said, Perry, why don't you get a stunt double? He's like, I want a stunt double. And so then the next scene is the lovemaking scene, and just as Perry's about to make love, we bring in the stunt double. Now, we thought Perry was going to lose his mind and get really mad about this, but in reality, we didn't realize he was lactose intolerant, and we'd forced him to drink this big like shake that had milk in it, and he had to go to the bathroom so badly that he didn't want to be in the love scene. And it's hard to explain, but all I can say, and the most important thing to know going into it, is that it is 100% real. Like, none of it is cooked. It is absolutely real. There's not one moment in that movie that we faked to make the movie funnier.
And why
all
is it
real?
Why is it underground? Like, why didn't it explode onto this?
It was the lowest rated movie Comedy Central had ever put on their network.
Why is that? It's the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life.
It aired once and never again.
Why?
Because no one wanted to see, because people didn't know what it was. There were no known stars in it. It was hard to follow. There's no setup. You really need some friend to tell you about it before you watch it.
Do you think that people didn't believe that it was actually real too?
It is somewhat unbelievable, but it is real. And it's one of those things, like hypnotism is real, but people don't think it's real. And no matter how much convincing you try to do, whatever. But I always say, like, if this wasn't real, if Perry was an actor, he would be the greatest actor you've ever seen, because I mean, it's
you can't portray that. You can't pretend that.
More of an accomplishment if it wasn't real.
And where is Perry today?
Perry has a show on Twitch, and people give him money to eat things and do things, and he's like, it's like this project has, like, the fans have taken it over, you know.
But when he found out, when did he find out that this was not a movie?
After the one thing he was suspicious about is that the whole thing took 7 days to shoot, and he'd been an extra on many films, so the idea that a movie took 7 days did not make sense to him. And what we told him, we would just kind of play it as it goes. We told him, well, we ran out of money, and now Comedy Central wants to pick it up, and they want to make it into a prank show. And then Mole, one of the other guys, says, I want to be the star. I want to be the guy the pranks are on. And Perry chimed in and said, I will be the star. I will be the guy the pranks are on. Like, all right, Perry, you're the star.